Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mardi Gras time and we are going to celebrate today. I know a big tradition for Mardi Gras is the King's Cake, and especially in New Orleans, hundreds of thousands of king cakes are made and sold just throughout the Mardi Gras season. Now before we begin, I'm sure most of you know what Mardi Gras is, but in case there's a few out there that don't, my cameraman is going to tell you. Hit it, Tim!
Thank you, Diva. As you said, we are going to celebrate Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras refers to the events of the carnival celebration beginning on or about the Christian Feast of the Epiphany and ending on Fat Tuesday, the day before Ash Wednesday. Carnival is celebrated in many cities around the world, mainly those with large Roman Catholic populations, such as Rio, Venice, and New Orleans. The holiday festivities may include, but are not limited to, great parades, lots of samba dancing, bead throwing, but definitely lots of food and drink. And some of the public festivities draw thousands and thousands of tourists every year. So those of you who are celebrating, remember the cutoff day is Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. All right, thank you, cameraman. All right, we're going to get started. Now, the traditional king cakes, they taste sort of almost like a bread, like a sweet bread. And then they have a thick icing on the top, and they're always decorated in the same three colors: purple, green, and gold. The purple, and I found this out the other day, stands for justice. The green stands for faith, and the gold stands for power. Now, instead of our traditional Mardi Gras king cake, we're going to make a little shortened version of it that's easy and delicious. So let's get started. Are you ready, cameraman?
I'm ready.
All right. The first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Woo! My boa is making me a little warm. Then we are going to take a bundt pan, and you can spray it with your non-stick spray, or you can grease it with butter or margarine if you'd like. Next, we are going to take 3 containers, any brand you want. These are 7.5 ounce refrigerated containers of Buttermilk Biscuits. No. Buttermilk Biscuits. Is that right, cameraman?
Eventually,
Okay.
that is right.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to take a Ziploc bag. You can get a big one, like a gallon one or a half a gallon one. What you're going to put in here is 1 cup of granulated sugar. And you're going to put 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So let me get those in there. This is really a pull-apart bread king's cake. And I'm sure that you have heard of the pull-apart bread garlic breads, and they have the pizza ones, and there's several different kinds. But we're going to make a king cake version of it. So let me get my cinnamon in there. And once I get the cinnamon in, I like cinnamon. Okay, get enough in there. Doesn't have to be perfect, but 2 teaspoons should do it. Okay, gonna move that over there. And then I'm gonna take my bag, close it, and shake it up a little, because you want to get all of that cinnamon and the sugar combined. You see it in there? And you're going to leave it right in this bag. Okay. Very good. Let me just move this. Now, I did say you're going to need 3 containers of the buttermilk biscuits. When you take them out of the container, they're going to look like this. You're going to cut them in half, and then you are going to roll them into a ball. melted 1 stick of butter that I'm going to put in this bowl. What you're going to do now is, as you make your balls, you're going to put them in the butter, and then after they're coated with the butter, the melted butter, you're going to put them in that Ziploc bag and you're going to shake them around. After that, you're going to put them in your bundt pan. You're going to tightly press them around, and then we're going to bake them. So let me just show you how we start the first part of this. Let me throw a few of these balls in with the melted butter. I'll bring my bundt pan up here. I have a spoon. I'm just going to roll these around for a second in the melted butter. I have my bag with my cinnamon and sugar. And I'm going to put the balls with the melted butter on them in this bag. And I'm going to shake them up so that the balls get coated. Pretty easy, right? Now after the balls are coated, I'm going to start to put them into the bundt pan. They'll look like this. They'll be coated with cinnamon and sugar and the butter. I'm just going to place them next to each other and make sure that there's like no spaces between them. You want to get the entire pan covered with these balls. So I'm going to continue on with this. Basically, this is what it's going to look like, and it will be completely filled once I get them all in there. But I'm going to continue on now. I'm going to cut in half all the biscuits from the 3 containers, put them in the balls, dip them in the butter, dip them in the sugar and the cinnamon, and put them in the pan, and I'll be back to show you what we're going to do next. I'm back. Well, what I've done is I cut all the biscuits in half. I rolled them into the balls. I dipped them into the melted butter, and then I put them in the bag and I shook them around in the sugar and the cinnamon. And then what I did is I put them in my greased bundt pan, all close together, and this is what it looks like. Can you see these, cameraman?
Surely.
All right. Now I'm going to put this bundt pan in the oven, the 350 preheated oven, for 27 to maybe 30 minutes. Keep your eye on them, because what they should do is they should puff up and they should look puffy and just like a light golden brown. Now, a tradition with the king's cake is that when the cakes are baked, a baby, a little baby, no, not a real baby, a little baby is put inside the cake. And when they slice the cake, whoever gets the piece with the baby is either the king or the queen for that party, and then they have to make the next king cake for the next party. So I'm not going to put a baby in here, but I did find these little bitty plastic babies. They're so tiny, you can hardly see them. So what I'm going to do is, after my cake comes out of the oven and it's cool, and I decorate it, I'm just going to probably stick the baby maybe into one of the folds or something, just for fun. Whoever gets the baby is the king or the queen. Sometimes, if you're unable to put a baby in the cake, which is really the tradition, what you can do is make up something and just say the person, because these, when you eat these, oh, they're so good. You eat them when they're warm, and you don't slice them with a knife. They're like a pull-apart bread. You pull them, the person who, if you can figure it out, pulls the last piece of it, then they can be the king or the queen, whatever. You can make up your own rules, but tradition is a baby always gets baked inside the cake. So I'm going to put this in the oven now. What I did want to mention is there's a new trend that's coming about with the Mardi Gras children's parties. And what they're doing is they're baking cupcakes. And they're decorating the tops of the cupcakes in the 3 Mardi Gras colors. And they're putting little babies inside the cupcake when they bake them. And then at the children's party, all the kids get excited because no one's left out and everyone gets a cupcake and everyone has a baby. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I'm going to put this in the oven now and I'll be back as soon as it's done. Hey cameraman, did you tell me that during the carnival at Mardi Gras, when they're going down the streets with the floats and they have a big parade, that they all throw beads? I thought you said so, so these are for you. Catch!
Thank you.
Woo, you're welcome.
I'll wear them.
Okay, all right. I baked the cake I timed it. It was about 28 minutes. No, 29 minutes. So this is what it came out like. It's nice and golden brown. And I cooled it in the pan probably for about maybe a little under 10 minutes and it came right out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just make a glaze to pour over the top. And in the glaze I'm going to put 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of milk. And I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to mix that up till it gets to like a nice paste consistency. I don't want it to be too watery, but I don't want it to be too thick. I just want to be able to pour it over the top of the cake. Vanilla always smells so good, and I always tell you the same thing. Only one scent I love better than vanilla. Do you remember what it is, cameraman? Think.
The scent of gold.
No. Gold doesn't have a scent.
Oh.
Almond.
Almond.
I love almond. Almond extract. Oh, any pastries with almond? Oh. Okay. So let me just get some of the little bumps out of here so I can get it smooth. Probably should be whisking this. That would probably work better. But since I already started it with the spoon, I'll continue. But when you do it, why don't you use a whisk? It'll probably work a lot better. All right, looks good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle this over the top of the cake, and I'm going to let it run down the sides. And then I'm going to sprinkle our 3 Mardi Gras colors over the top of it. And then I'm going to figure out, where do I want to squeeze that little baby? I think I'm going to do that now. Let me see. I found this little package of babies in Michael's. They were in the baby shower aisle. I'm going to take this little baby. I'm going to stick her right in. Notice how I said her. Stick her right in one of the little folds in there. All right, now I'm going to take my icing and I'm going to just slowly drizzle it over the top of the cake. And it's going to go down the sides, and it should go down the sides. That's what it's supposed to do. This looks so good, and it's still warm. The best way to eat this, to pull those pieces off, is with your hands while it's still warm. Looking good. Looking good and smelling good. Are you almost ready to sample this, cameraman?
Oh, surely.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3 colors. I'm going to take some purple first. Sprinkle it over here. We want it to have that nice look of the Mardi Gras colors. Then I'm going to take some of the gold.
See, I told you you could smell gold.
Well, I guess if you put it that way. And then I'm going to put some green. And this is just sanding sugar. This is just the fine sugar. And there you have it. I think it came out terrific, but the best part is going to be the taste testing. You put a little bit of purple on the sides. Oh, that looks so good. And I'm going to pass this over to the cameraman for him to take a little piece out of there and see what he thinks. Here, cameraman. Here, cameraman. Come on. Come get a little piece.
Bring
Hurry.
it over.
We don't want to make this video too long.
I can't leave the video
Just
maker.
come around your tripod and grab a little piece of that. There's a napkin for you over there on the table. Tell me what you think of this nice, warm, king bread. Pull, pull, pull.
I'm trying.
Pull it. Get your fingers messed. Get them dirty.
I don't like that.
I know you don't like to get your fingers dirty. How is it?
Mardi Gras, so delicious.
Very good. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. Cameraman and I are gonna, this is hot. We're gonna dig in to this cake and make it because you saw how easy it was. And trust me, it'll be gone in your house in a heartbeat. You put this warm cake on the table, everybody starts pulling it with their fingers, give them napkins, it'll be gone in a flash. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel because there's a lot more coming. And last but not least, happy Mardi Gras! Woo, toodles!